Donkey Jaw Projects.
What's up, everybody? This is Marshall Lee of DonkeyJawProjects.com, and today I wanted to, this is day 47 of 100 Days of Making Comics, and today is going to be a quick one, but I just want to talk a little bit about the joy of creativity, of like creating. It's kind of weird, like, today I already did my half hour. I did a lot more on the comic too, but I didn't count it, and I might even do more. But I just really enjoy like the initial process of creating ideas and stuff for a comic. Sometimes it's hard to like get the ball rolling, but once you do, like, to me it's like you just got to start. Once you get that like little inkling of an idea, just a little start, then you start to have more and more ideas, and they just keep coming and coming. And I really enjoyed this part. And it's weird because I think of this as writing, but this is like just the initial writing stage, The writing part is kind of the hard part, like putting together a story that makes sense and a beginning, middle, and end and all that kind of stuff is the part that can be kind of difficult, and then going into like the dialogue and stuff like that. But I don't know, it's interesting, and I feel like I can kind of do that like intuitively. And I've been reading like about writing and stories and how they work and stuff, and trying to figure it out so I can do it well instead of just like kind of coming up with stuff willy-nilly. But, I was looking back at some of my old writing recently for other story ideas, and there's a lot of cool stuff in there. Like, I don't know. I think that, I think it's worthwhile, like, I don't know. I think there's something to, like, the kind of going at it without knowing what I'm doing type of thing. And I don't want to lose that energy too, It's kind of like doing gesture drawings or thumbnails or something. So I don't know. And then like when you actually go in to write it, certain things you find out don't work. So you have to kind of come up with stuff that doesn't seem so natural and seems a little artificial. So I don't know. But right now, like today, I was doing some writing, and I was thinking about characters too. Like I kind of accidentally was thinking of like what could be the special thing of like the brother of Glyph or whatever, and like what his name could be and stuff. And I immediately thought of the name Skit. Like I don't know why, and I don't even know if this character might be a different character. I don't know, but and then as I wrote it, like just kind of came up with the basic idea. It's an MC character, like a rapper, who is specifically good at telling storytelling type of rhymes and stuff like that. And then I kind of made the name actually be Skitwit, which I thought was cool. And then, obviously Skit for short and stuff like that. And then, so I started writing down some of the other characters that are already in, the Glyph universe or whatever. And, I just started writing down, like, the basic ideas for all of them. And so, I don't know. It's interesting. And I feel like when I get in this mode, like, I feel like I'm going to be able to just come up with tons and tons of characters. That's the fun part. Like, I was always really inspired by, like, X-Force #1 was, like, the first book that really got me into, like, comics to the point where I'm, like, I'm serious about this. I want to make comics a living, This is what I want to do. And the reason, a big part of it was because, Rob Liefeld was very quick to, like, create characters, and they were very much within the zeitgeist, I guess, of an adolescent kid's mind at that time. It was a lot of his characters were an amalgamation of many different like movies of the time and stuff like that, and other comic characters and stuff. So anyways, I mean, and that he created like Deadpool and stuff within that era, and Cable and all that stuff. So, but in the back of the book, there was like these, I think there were 3 or 4 character like bios with just a picture of them standing there or whatever. And I thought that was cool and really inspiring. And I'm trying to think which characters they were, but I can't remember for sure now. But anyways, and it just made me, that was what got me like, okay, I'm going to make like all these comic characters. And some of the pictures you might have seen in the previous 100 Days video where I showed off some old artwork. Some of that stuff is definitely birthed from that inspiration. So yeah, I don't know. Now I'm creating characters with motives and misbeliefs and desires and hang-ups and things like that. So it's definitely gotten to be a little more sophisticated. And then I have to figure out how they all go with each other and work back and forth with each other, complement each other, and contrast each other, and really interesting things and fun things to think about, especially with this Glyph comic. Like, the possibilities are endless. This is like, when I think of this comic Glyph, this is like my like Savage Dragon. This is where I get to like be super imaginative and just come up with like all these crazy bad guys and do whatever the heck I want. And it all has to do with like hip hop and superhero type of like powers and stuff like that, within this like hip hop. Well, actually, it's more than hip hop competition, which will be alluded to a little later. But yeah, I don't know. I'm really excited. I can't wait to continue. And it's crazy because I kind of have like a friend of mine who might be doing the art for the comic, kind of in line. When I'm ready, he's ready, basically. But as I do this, I'm like, I kind of want to draw it too, you know. So it's like, I don't know. It's weird because this guy is like really good, and you know, I might have to just do like a mini series with him. I don't know how it's gonna work out, but I think it'll be cool. But anyways, I'm excited about Glyph. I'm excited. I think I figured out what I'm doing next. I'm still working on finishing up Attack of the Lizard Brain and doing the cover and stuff. But I think I know what I'm doing next. Like, basically, I'm kind of waiting for Resident Alien, that project, to be put together in a way where I can start working on it. But in the meantime, I'm just going to write. There's a few different projects, Glyph being one of them, and then this other character that I'm writing for another artist. And, you know, I'd like to write some more stories and collaborate with artists, you know, in a true collaboration where we both like own the property, because I have more stories and I want to just be able to get a lot of stories out, but I can't draw every single story, you know, so I just don't have the time to do every single story, but I do have time to write lots of stories. So, you know, I'd love to collaborate with some artists. If anybody's interested, I may be interested. It depends, you know, if it's something we have an idea that we can fit and work together with and things like that. But I'm definitely interested in doing some collaborations as a writer. And yeah, anyways, so I love doing this creation part, though. This is like super fun, and this is where the basic ideas come, and a lot of stuff will change, but, you know, yeah, that's how it works. Anyways, I gotta get back to work, all right? Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you guys are having a great Monday, and I will talk to you on the next episode. Peace out.